you are evolving into a crab. Yeah, I said it. Probably not tomorrow or next week or even in your lifetime, but this is actually happening in nature right now. And it's one of the weirdest, most persistent things evolution keeps doing. Animals that had no business looking like crabs have slowly, over millions of years, turned into crabs. Look at this guy. Not a crab. This one? Nope. Not a crab. In fact, almost nothing I'm about to show you is a real crab. They've just crabified. And science has a name for it: carcinization, which basically translates to crabification, the unstoppable urge for things to become crabs. Sounds absurd? It is, but nature doesn't care. It keeps doing it anyway. The crab meme is kinda real. The idea that everything evolves into crabs went viral online, with memes about crabs as the final boss of evolution, the pinnacle life form, and reject humanity, return to crab. And to be honest, more than you might believe, science backs it up. Carcinization isn't a joke. It's a real, well-studied example of convergent evolution. That's when species that have nothing to do with each other have the same issues and come up with the same deadly remedies on their own. Like how gigantic squids and colossal squids both got really big, even though they're different kinds of squids. Being big just works for deep-sea ambush predators. Crabs? Same thing. Different lineages, oceans, and millions of years apart, but crab shape always wins. Why? Because crab seems to be the best food for several types of crustaceans. But wait, what does crab-like even mean? What makes a crab a crab? A basic crab body is wide, flat, and small. Very stable, because the center of gravity is low. You don't fall over in currents or get flipped by waves or predators. You can squeeze under rocks, hide in cracks, and basically become invisible when you need to, with that flat shape. What about the shell? It's not only gorgeous, it's armor for your whole body. The whole animal becomes a tank that can walk. Parts that are open, like on shrimp or lobsters, weak. Crabs pull everything in tight. Legs, short, strong, and incredibly accurate. They move sideways like pros, dodging strikes while maintaining their claws pointed ahead. You could do that with a long lobster tail behind you. Nope. Sideways is the best technique to get away quickly from stony reefs and floors full of predators. But why not change into lobsters instead? Lobsters are like armored tanks. They are robust, successful, and have been around for a long time. Why isn't there a lobsterization meme? Because the bodies of lobsters are stiff. The long, segmented body and wide, strong tail make it easy to swim backward quickly. This design is fantastic for open water bursts, but it's very hard to flatten without breaking everything. Squash the tail down, muscles fail, and swimming is ruined. Evolution can't easily change half of the body's structure without making big sacrifices. Crab ancestors? More compact already. It's easier to make the carapace wider, the legs shorter, and the tail shorter. Going back to long lobster mode after being crab-shaped, it costs a lot to mechanically re-elongate the abdomen, restore the muscles, and remodel the fins. Crabs stay crabs because it's easy to take care of and cheap. What is lobsterization? Too expensive in terms of progression. The OG crabs, who started this? True crabs, which are part of the infraorder Brachyura, first appeared over 200 million years ago, during the Jurassic period, before dinosaurs ruled the planet. What is the earliest known? Eocarcinus precursor means the first crab of dawn. A crab with a flat, wide, tucked tail is a classic. But here's the twist. Real crabs didn't come up with the design on their own. Carcinization was already in the works. Fossils like Eocarcinus and others prove that crabs were around a long time ago, even before Brachyura took over. What about real crabs? It's mostly about the name. Early scientists classified by looks, no phylogenetics, crustaceans that are flat, wide, and walk sideways. Boom. Crabs. We called them the real ones. But a lot of other people crabbed on their own. Imposter crabs, the fake-outs. Most crabs aren't real crabs. They copy each other in evolution. King crabs are an example. Big, prickly, and tasty. Genetically, they are the descendants of hermit crabs. Yeah, the beach friends that carry shells. Ancestors carried snail shells, but throughout time they hardened their own bodies, stopped trading shells, flattened out, got wider, and acquired huge claws. They look a lot more like real crabs now than hermits. But what about the last shared ancestor? A simple crab from hundreds of millions of years ago. Not a crab. Anyone who's eaten both knows they taste different. Next, let's talk about porcelain crabs. Adorable, clingy, rock-dwelling creatures that eat by filtering. Onamura is the group that includes squat lobsters and hermits, evolved from predecessors that looked like squat lobsters. Crab-shaped, with flat, wide, tucked abdomens and shells that crack like porcelain. Not real crabs. But what if you saw one running around in the Jurassic? You would name it a crab, stuck with the name. Others include hairy stone crabs and sponge crabs. Onamura shoots off and becomes a crab. What are coconut crabs? Huge land hermits that were fully armored. The shape can also be seen in certain early fossils that are older than real crabs. Evolution keeps trying the same plan. Why does it keep happening? Decapod crustaceans have been affected by carcinization at least 5 times, and some say more. Once, true crabs, porcelain, king, hairy stone, and other types of false crabs. What are the benefits? Lowered gravity for stability, armored compact body protects organs, tucked pleon makes the target area smaller, and sideways scuttle avoids predators in cracks and currents. Hiding, defending, and moving around are all ways to stay alive on ocean floors and reefs. Early crab-like shapes? A lot of them are gone now. Some didn't have full armor, had their legs set up wrong, or were wiped out in catastrophic extinctions like the Dino Killer asteroid. But the design is so brilliant that evolution made it again. Crabs today, the newest and most polished versions. It works well because the anatomy of crustaceans is perfect for it, the exoskeleton quickly spreads, the tail tucks in without losing function, and the legs move sideways without any problem. Any other groups? No plan to start with. Can't flatten without losing everything. Not everything becomes a crab. It's scary to think that more things could crabify. In crabs, yes, certain types of shrimp exhibit early signs of flattening and tucking their tails. But full cancerization? Only crustaceans with the correct flexible body plan can do this. Lions? People? No, the wrong setting and the wrong body. Being formed like a crab doesn't help you on land or in the savannah. We'd lose arms, legs, lungs, and everything else. But convergent evolution happens in other places. Stingrays are not crustaceans. They are flat and broad to stay stable on the seafloor and glide with little drag. Not cancerization, just flatization, because the pressure and shape are the same. Dolphins and sharks are not related. One is a mammal and the other is a fish, but they are both shaped like torpedoes so they can swim quickly. Low drag, great speed, and good use of energy. Birds, bats, insects, and pterosaurs all ended up with wings that could fly because physics restricts what they could do. The environment gives out limited plans. Crab wins in some benthic environments since it's easy to utilize and works really well there. So yeah, carcinization isn't destiny for all life. It's a repeated win for crustaceans in specific ocean worlds. Evolution isn't endlessly creative. It recycles what works. And for bottom-dwelling armored critters, crab just works. Peak performance. Nature's favorite remix. Thanks for watching, you legends. We've hit some wild milestones lately, and I can't thank you enough for the support. If this crab chaos blew your mind, drop a like, comment your favorite imposter crab-ing, porcelain, coconut, and subscribe for more bizarre evolution deep dives. Check out the prehistoric gigantism video next. It's insane. Hit the bell, stay curious, and whatever you do, don't turn into a crab. Yet. Peace out.